Всем привет, друзья, кто смотрит нас сейчас из постсоветского пространства. Со мной рядом Тим. Тим преподаватель с 30-летним стажем, преподает актерское мастерство и сценическую речь. Но в данном видео хотелось бы поговорить про то, что Тим может устранить проблемы с акцентом, дать вам понимание правильного произношения букв, формирования звуков и, в конце концов, просто многие спрашивают, почему вы мне не говорите, что это так правильно или неправильно. Тим расскажет об этом подробнее. Так что все, кто изучает английский язык и кто хочет за этим совершенствоваться, в конце я Тима представлю как коуча личного, который может вас по скайпу консультировать. Причем сравнительно приемлемая цена, так что вы можете, допустим, если вы планируете эмигрировать, уже начать, допустим, брать скайп-уроки у Тима прямо сейчас, находясь где угодно, в Перми, Владивостоке, Сызрани, либо даже находясь в Нью-Йорке, здесь вам нужно просто адаптироваться в американском коллективе. Тим даст вам советы, как избежать многих ошибок. Hello, Tim.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So, Tim, can you say a few words about speech, because I introduce you as coach, accent coach, and voice speech coach. So, can you say a few words about your experience and how it's going on, about your teaching by Skype and so on?
Well, I originally started teaching in New York City, and a lot of foreign students, and had a Russian teacher, in fact. So I have been teaching now accent reduction to Russians for over 35 years, and have a lot of Russian friends. And right now I've got a student in Serbia, I have a Russian student in Toronto, and we've been working by Skype. Both of them are professionals, working professionals, who just want to speak better. The student that I have in Toronto has a son who has grown up in Toronto, and he says that his English is better than his, and so it's a competitive thing with his son. And he just wants people to understand him better. He wants to be able for his clients to understand him better. And the technique I teach is very physically based. All you need is a mirror, and we work with a cork. But it's very specific. It's very easy because it's physical. You don't have to hear. You don't have to guess. There's no guessing involved. Very specific, and we can do it in 3 months. Once a week in 3 months. And you'll also, what's wonderful is you will learn things that people never tell you. Sometimes as a foreigner, when you say things in a different way, we think it's cute, we think it's funny, and we won't tell you how to change it. But I will tell you, and you'll just learn some very basic ideas about speech, English speech, that nobody will tell you. But once you learn them, it's very easy, very specific to do. With Skype works excellently well. No trouble with time zones at all. Very flexible. The warm-up and the exercises that you do during the week, you can do them 15 minutes a day. Maybe do them before you go to bed. Do them as soon as you wake up. Doesn't matter. But it really makes a big difference, and very successful.
Yeah, and if you will teach from Russia people, there is no problem with cork for sure. And I can say from myself that a team helped me a lot, because sometimes really you say same words, but it's a lot of meanings of these words.
Oh yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
See words, and if nobody will correct you, you will speak it whole your life, and
right.
Everyone will just make fun of you. But
well, we kind of adjust. We say, oh, we understand, so we don't want to offend you, so we just let you say it.
Maybe can you say a few secrets about sounds, like tricky sounds, and especially me already more than 2 years, and you can say that in Russia a few sounds sounds very ugly. Maybe I'm okay if you will say
th, tongue between the teeth, so you have the and not da. But the thing is, the word about the is you very often will come out the. the, and it's a short sound,
The.
right? So it's the, like up,
the.
right? So you're not saying da.
And
da,
but from India, people also speak say like da da.
Oh,
da.
most, that's the sound that most people have.
Trick, yeah.
Right. In almost all languages, people have trouble with that th.
Mm-hmm. And
Right.
second place, problem sound.
Well, it's that o sound instead of saying loathe. Words that have an ov, like love, people are saying loathe, like the bird. And it's not a dove, it's a dove. It's this short UH again, which is a very English sound, that I think in a lot of other languages they don't use this short sound. So again, that will change. It changes the meaning, and it also changes the quality of the sound. To have it be short, the instead of the ov.
So you love,
Right. Love, not loathe.
love.
Right.
And the
Above.
third place.
Very specific. The D at the end of a word is not wort. Hurt, like heard, word. The D, the difference between the D and the T.
Oh. So
Heard. Right.
But hurt.
Not right. Hurt would be
Okay.
different, but and that's a very specific way we can tell if it's an accent, not an American speaker, because these D's at the end sound like T's.
Yeah, but what's more important, grammar or pronunciation? Or it's both, and for like...
It's probably both.
Of course, people need to understand and communicate well, right? It's like the main purpose.
Yeah, I think it's the double. I mean, I think both are equal.
And я хочу сказать, что Тим работает с иностранцами более 20 лет. Вообще, в принципе, много иностранцев, кто изучает актерское мастерство. И вот Тим умеет очень политкорректно подходить именно вот специфично под иностранца, без всякого снобизма и прочее. Yeah? I describe how you gently work with the foreign students.
Oh.
And like how psychology think that people sometimes afraid, shy, and like make a lot of complexes.
Well, it's important to talk about this. Your friends like you because the way you sound. Your family likes you because of the way you sound. And when you start to change the way you sound, they say, why you're doing this? I like you, and woohoo, you don't like us because you changed. What's wrong? This is the biggest problem, is that when you continue to speak Russian, you continue to reinforce the sounds of Russian in English. The more you can speak English, the more you can be practicing, the more you can be rehearsing. Mm-hmm. So this is difficult because, of course, yes, you have a job, you speak Russian, you have a family, you speak Russian with them. How are you going to practice? The perfect world, you go somewhere else. Actors do this, right? They work on a part, they just disappear. They go somewhere else.
Just go as a child and live there.
Yes, but it's not easy. I mean, not everyone can do that.
But anyway, my kids, even they already know for sure, like advanced level English. Anyway, they speak, and I can tell some who live here speak not right. Like I understand that they make posture, tongue, not right position. And sound differently. So, and if you start teaching via Skype, what's the levels? How you start? It's warm up, and then what's the program?
It's the positions, and English is very, very easy to break down into three different parts. You have long vowels, you have short vowels, and then you have these more than one vowel set as one. But along with then of course you work on the consonants. So you're working all those along together, but then we do have just a short little warm-up and something just to get you ready and prepared to do your exercises. So really just it's simple, those two parts. I mean, maybe it's, you would probably do fine, 15 minutes a day.
So you think everyone...
And then practicing with the exercises. They're just little poems which also help with vocabulary.
So it looks like you send through email all materials, like class by class, and then you check homework, or how strict you with homework?
Well, it's up to you. It's just like being an athlete. I mean, the more you rehearse, the better you are. So I can tell when you don't rehearse. I try so that you can feel like a sense of accomplishment and feel that you're progressing. That's why I say 3 months. So you have 1 month on the long vowels, the second month on the short vowels, and the third month on the compound vowels, working consonants at the same time. But then you can see your progress. So if you don't rehearse during the week, it's harder for you to move forward. The more push-ups you do, the stronger you get.
And can you say, for example, long vowels? How many of them?
There are
a little bit describe, because some people who like already on deep level, they will be very interested, but who have no idea just will be curious and already understand from what point they will start working.
Well, have you ever been to fireworks?
Yes.
Have you seen fireworks? Yes, yes. Well, when the fireworks go off, it goes, and all the crowd goes, ooh. This is the first long vowel, the ooh. You hear how you can hold on to it, that's why it's long. And then it goes off again, and everyone goes, oh.
So,
and then it goes,
who.
And everyone goes, ah. These are the long vowels. Ooh, oh, ah.
Long.
And these have a quality to them. These are very expressive. And if you don't say a long vowel as if it's long, it changes how it sounds. So we don't understand. So this goes hand in hand, making sure you know it's a long vowel, but also the sound of it. It has a quality. Ooh, oh, ah. We also have this one, aw, but it's more like a crow. Ah, ah, ah.
See how interesting, it's also acting approach, and this will be very useful also for English teachers as like unique program.
Oh yes, very expressive.
When I studied, like, oh my, why nobody teach that? Why nobody know that? And especially former, like, who lived here, who was born here.
No,
some people don't know how to pronounce to be clearly understandable.
Yeah.
That's why maybe a lot of actors grab from Australia, England.
Yes, yeah. Americans take it for granted. Well, now it's even hard to understand Americans. You know, it's producers very hard. You can't even understand the actors now.
So, if you're interested to study with Tim personally by Skype, do you have group Skype session, or
I don't have groups yet, but I think if it's I think you move faster. You definitely move faster if it's one-on-one, and already go very quickly, because if you do the 3-month program, it's an hour and a half, just an hour and a half. So I think it's better to do one-on-one.
And how much is it, and what is your Skype number, or it's like individual, depending of fast result? So they can contact through email, right?
Emails.
Email's the best way. Yeah. So can you say your email?
So my email is Tim, T-I-M, not team, Tim, T-I-M at timcraigstudio.com. So spell that T-I-M at T-I-M-C-R-A-I-G studio, studio.com.
Я также в описании к этому видео сделаю ссылку именно вот с этим e-mail адресом. Это уникальная возможность пообщаться непосредственно с носителем английского языка с 30-летним стажем преподавания и актерского мастерства, и также как бы проще и, в общем, очень глубокое понимание именно адаптации именно американского произношения, без сильных академических таких, знаете, I said it's not so like heavy academic, like I mean study. It's like fun game, but at the same moment you will get results like pretty fast immediately.
It was designed for professional people. It's not academic.
For actors, lawyers,
and it's not phonetics. You don't have to learn a separate language. You don't have to written language. It's for professionals to speak.
It's like a lot of tongue twisters, or it's like buckets, or how it's.
It uses poems. It's very specific. It's not to
Poems,
trick you.
poems.
Right. It's not to trick you, but it's just, again, the more it's physical. So the longer your muscles stay in the position, right, the faster you learn.
So, and I also study with Tim. I will give examination right now. Can I say and like small poem, and then you will correct me and say what's wrong.
Okay.
There was a little mole who lived below the ground. He was very, very old and he never made a sound. He'd had so many troubles with his family, you know. There was Tony Mole and Bubbles and the twins called so and so. But now they have departed and left him all alone. And since they've gone, they've started to have troubles of their own. I a little bit have problem with very, 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 very. I said very, very. I
Right,
already
yes,
can
oh, the
control
V,
it.
yes.
So, and
Right.
what else?
Well, the very first one was the there, and we
There.
haven't worked compounds yet, right? So this is the one you did, the third month, right? There.
There.
It's the very first word. There was a little mole.
There was a okay.
Right. And when you start to take time with the O, take time to go down, then it was fine, right?
Of course, a little theatrical now because I'm
well, but still,
I can say
it
it's
feels
faster.
theatrical to you, but it sounds fine to us.
Okay.
See, you have to kind of get over that
I can
feeling.
say faster. Like there was a little mole who lived below the ground.
But
he
you still
was
want to
very,
make,
very
but
old.
you
and-
still want to make sense, right? You're still making. Oh, and we work a little bit with the breathing as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This one breath per idea, so that your ideas go all the way to the end. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. They have departed and left him all alone, and since they've gone, they've started to. I think it was pretty good.
So Hollywood is closer.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
can you be my fortune
Big
teller
star.
and say big star?
Oh, big star.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Very
Because
soon.
if you subscribers write me down like, okay, no chance, go back to Russia.
Oh. No. Wrong horse.
Okay.